For my fall WPA, I received a 4+, which is a 44.4 out of 50. For me, a 4+ is a pretty good score considering it was only the beginning of the year. With this score, I went into this year very confidently in hopes that I would get at least a 4+ for my next WPA. So I ended up getting less than a 4+ on this WPA. I got a 3+, which is a 38.8 out of 50. I feel like I didn't manage my time as well as with my last WPA. However, I still feel like I can improve for my future essays and learn how to manage that time. For my Unit 5 assessment, I got a 2, which is a 31.3 out of 50. I'm not exactly proud of this score, considering the fact that I feel like I didn't understand the prompt very well, and I also didn't manage my time with this as well. With the Unit 4 assessment, I was pretty proud of because this is my second 4 of the year. It's a 4-, which is a 40.6 out of 50. For our first semester culminating project, we did A Knock at Midnight, a Martin Luther King related topic. It dealt with racism and how Martin Luther King rose to power to fight for black rights.
Good job, Mariah. How about you, Kimberly?
Okay, so A Knock at Midnight.
So while I was reading, I asked myself, why did King decide to depart from the sermon he was scheduled to give and preach instead on the Founding Fathers and the Declaration of Independence? Then I thought, he decides to part from the sermon so he can preach it next time he is in the pulpit in Atlanta and in the spirit of the, quote, Founding Fathers of our nation and in the spirit of the Declaration of Independence.
For the Scottsboro PBL project, my team and I did a newscast format.
Hi Kimberly and welcome. So what is your view on the Scottsboro trials?
I feel that it's a very serious matter and it involves a bit of injustice for the African American community.
Okay, so do you think that racism and racial discrimination and injustice has declined?
Absolutely.
The rhetorical device presentation was definitely my favorite video project. My team and I did syllogisms.
Wait! I've heard that before! Near the Italian restaurant.
Near the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
The end is near! The end is near!
The end?
The end of the world, of course!
Ah!
The Death of Benny Parrot essay was probably my favorite essay. The reading itself talked about the famous Benny Parrot and how he died doing what he loved, which is boxing. Our prompt was whether we should outlaw boxing or not, and I chose to not outlaw it. For my Why Did I Choose Accelerated English essay, I talked about why I chose accelerated English. I mentioned how I wanted to improve my writing, for I felt that I was not a very good writer. I also wanted to improve my vocabulary so I can use it in my writings. For my chalk timed write, as you can tell, I did not write very much. One of the things that I still need to work on is how to manage my time and to organize my thoughts. For my first Antigone vocabulary quiz, I received a 24 out of 24. I am very proud of this score because it shows how I have managed to learn all of the vocabulary words that I needed to know. For my Antigone vocabulary quiz 4, I received a 20 out of 24. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I feel like it's still a pretty good score and I managed to learn the majority of the words.